I'm gonna turn down the music again. There's a thunderstorm outside. Jai Jai.
Jai Jai. Jai Jai Falcon. Shivering.
You nervous?
Yes. I mean, no. Why would I be nervous? I'm not nervous. You're nervous. Shut up. I'm as calm as a cuckoo. You're the nervous one. This whole courtroom is nervous.
Whoa, cool your feathers, Falcon.
He's like me.
Terrible. You can't even maintain a stoic facade. I thought this trial would be the perfect opportunity for you to redeem your previous embarrassments. But if this is how you act before the trial's even started...
Kind of looks like, Foghorn Leghorn. Why, you pompous-tailed posture perfect. He's starting to compliment him. You're so beautiful. Fuck you.
Order. Let's all settle down. Court is now in session.
Wait a second.
Psst, Falcon.
What is it?
Is it me, or does the primary judge look hairier today?
That's not the judge. That's a different judge to the one who resided over Dame Cataline's trial, you doofus.
Oh, still, it's a little strange, isn't it? This isn't like Ace Attorney. They do probably have different judges.
I'd really find it strange. Don't be racist, Sparrowson. Not really. There are dozens of judges in Paris alone. It only makes sense that we see different ones in different cases.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I was under the impression that Judge Maxime would be residing over this case. Where is he?
I thought Maxime was a girl.
Judge Maxime has gone on temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with a flight of stairs.
That's not suspicious at all.
But rest assured, assurers, prosecutor, defense, and members of the jury that I am more than qualified to fill his shoes. Without further ado, let's get this show underway. This is the trial of Prince Juan Querido, who stands accused of murdering Major Howell and of conspiring to murder the king himself. Roll call.
The defense is present and ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Good. Very good. I expect this to be a nice, speedy trial. I don't want to see this dragged out by technicalities and bureaucracy.
Well said, Your Honor. I expect that once the court sees the overwhelming evidence, this trial will be over in 5 minutes.
You are like Von Karma. 5 minutes?
He's just messing with your head, boss. Keep it together.
Oh, fuck you!
So we're all on the same page? Excellent. Prosecutor, please call your first witness to the stand.
Very well. I call the police officer who investigated the crime scene. I call upon Inspector Just Valerti.
Step up to the stand, Inspector, and recite the oath.
I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Please recite your name and occupation for the court record.
My name is Inspector Just Valerti. I am a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats. That will do. Inspector, we've all heard your monologue before. Whoa! Cockatoos is really going for a speedy record, isn't he?
Defend him.
Now, can you tell us what you witnessed on the morning of the 7th of January? Of course! At 10 o'clock in the morning, I was called to the Louvre's Grand Gallery by one of the King's Royal Guards. Did he just say o'clock? There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philippe, and of course Major Howell with a rose in the head and around 2 dozen citizens. The citizens and the king himself all attested to seeing Major Howell taking the rose from Prince Juan's hand and then promptly dropping dead. And what did the morgue uncover upon examination of the corpse? The coroner determined with absolute certainty that Major Howell died of poisoning. Aside from a prick upon the finger, there was no sign of external harm to Major Howell's body. Therefore, the poisoned rose must have been the cause of death. Putting the pieces together, that does seem very implicative of the prince. I have no further questions.
Damn.
Damn, Daniel.
Damn, that investigator is fast. I was hoping that the coroner's report would determine that the guy died from a freak heart attack or something.
That would make for a particularly speedy trial, wouldn't it? But no, we aren't so lucky. Something else must be amiss in the old bird's testimony.
Right. I'll tear it apart. Your Honor, I wish to cross-examine the witness.
Falcon, wasn't it? Don't waste the court's time. A high-ranking police officer would never lie on the witness stand.
Of course he wouldn't. I wouldn't accuse the inspector of lying. He's like our gumshoe, but a veteran. I just want to make sure that every base is properly covered.
This sounds like pointless nitpicking to me, but I'll allow it, for now. Go on, Falcon. Do your cross-examination.
I don't feel like you're a judge.
At 10 o'clock in the morning, I was called to the Louvre's Grand Gallery by a royal guard. There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philippe, and the corpse of Major Howell with the rose in hand and around 24 citizens. Our coroner determined that Major Howell died of poisoning.
Hey, check our evidence for, the ticket stubs.
They don't have.
They don't have times? Oh, it's gay. We can't do anything. Okay. Royal Guard, Major Howell. Okay. Wait. Who did he say he saw leaving the train station? Just the Howell guy?
There was no train station.
Oh wait, I'm out of swords. Okay. O'clock in the morning was called to the scandal. Saw Prince.
Now what are we doing? 2,000 citizens? Poisoning? Whoa!
Well, it's gonna be like... Well, let's go over evidence. Like...
We have the book. The rose. Book page. Business card. Chocolate wrapper. Ticket stubs.
Does Rose say anything?
Thorns of the rose were supposedly coated in poison.
Well, wouldn't you be able to tell if there was poison on the rose?
So should we question that?
Do we have the rose in our possession, right? So
I'm not sure.
Maybe let's question the poisoning. Maybe we can attest that maybe he ate the chocolate and that was poisoning. Don't know what he got poisoned from. You say the inspector. You say that the coroner determined with certainty that Major Howell was killed by poison.
Correct. He stated the signs and symptoms were textbook. There is no possibility that his death was natural. What kind of poison was it? Because didn't earlier we say that we don't really know of any poison that acts that fast?
Yeah. What kind of poison was it? Did the coroner mention specifically what kind of poison it was?
He was not certain. At first, the coroner posited that it was a plant-borne poison like that of the aconite flower. But when he learned how fast the poison had taken effect, he noted that this was atypical of aconite. Consequently, he suggested that it may have been some newly engineered concoction.
A newly engineered poison, you say? Well, that only reaffirms that this was a very deliberate assassination attempt.
Indeed.
Do you have another question about the poison?
Yes. How? How exactly was Major Howe poisoned? What was the delivery mechanism?
His finger was pricked by the poison rose. He even commented out loud about it seconds before dying. All 22 citizens who witnessed the murder attested to seeing and hearing this.
Is there any possibility that he was poisoned by something else?
What an absurd thing to ask, JJ. You just heard that 22 people saw the victim prick his finger and die. What are you suggesting, that the pricked finger had no relation to the poisoning?
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't doubt that Major Howe was poisoned, but I do doubt that the rose was the cause.
Unbelievable. Only a total buffoon could fail to draw the blatant link here. JJ, as tempting as it is to sit here and lecture you on the basics of cause and effect, I'll end this discussion painlessly. Inspector, please tell the defense that you found traces of poison on the thrones of the rose itself. That would alleviate all doubt that the rose was, in fact, the poison delivery mechanism. Actually, I can't tell him that. What? I dread to ask, but why not? We didn't check the rose for traces of poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose caused the poisoning given the timing of the accident. Well then, how wouldn't be a good time to make the test? Here's a marvelous thought. We prick the finger of the defendant with the rose.
If there is no poison on the rose, then Prince Juan lives and he is free to go.
If the rose is poisoned, then the prince dies, but that's okay because the punishment will be just and fitting of the crime.
A marvelous suggestion.
What is this, a witch trial? This isn't America, Severin. That's not how we do things here.
Calm your feathers, JJ. It was clearly a joke. There are far more humane ways of testing for poison. I'm sure the inspector will perform his duty with due diligence. Actually, we won't be able to test the rose for poison at all. Why?
Did you throw it out? Don't tell me.
Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was destroyed by the police force. We burned it to ashes.
Such unprofessionalism.
That is so true. If we have no way to know whether the rose was poisoned, then this whole trial ought to be called into question.
Nice try, JJ, but through the process of reasoning by elimination, we can still deduce with absolute certainty that the rose was poisoned. In other words, there was nothing else at the crime scene that could have caused the poisoning.
That is a lie. Wrong. There was something else at the crime scene that could have contained the poison. Something the investigative police blindly overlooked.
The chocolate bar.
Yay! Get it! I'm glad we got sparrows. Look at this!
What am I supposed to be looking at?
Chocolate wrapper. It is the paper wrapper of a piece of chocolate. Oh, it's paper. I assumed it was going to be tinfoil. It was found in the Louvre, the Salé du Tiber, to be precise, and we can date its consumption to the day of the incident.
You're not suggesting
That Major Howe ate a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died? I most certainly am. You can actually test this.
Intriguing. Pretty convincing. You gained a little favor with the jury.
Yay!
Did you see this wrapper at the crime scene for yourself, Inspector? The police force did not have the time nor resources to trawl every piece of trash at every crime scene, I'm afraid. In other words, you overlooked it. Astounding professionalism.
The prosecution is right to be disgusted. What a disgraceful display, Inspector.
I offer my apologies, Your Honor.
I don't want your apologies. I want you to do your damned job properly. Get off the witness
Holy
podium
shit.
before I kick you off myself.
As you wish. I'll take my leave. Until next time, messieurs.
Respect him, he's a veteran.
So let me get this straight. This chocolate wrapper was found at the scene of the crime,
Yes.
And you
Correct.
have reason to believe that it was consumed on the day of the incident.
I do. I have an expert food tasting witness who is willing to testify if we need.
You have a foodie witness? I don't recall anyone like that. What on earth are you talking about, boss? Oh, it's me.
Oh, I see.
But do you know for certain that Major Hal consumed this chocolate?
Well, that is a fact that we are still investigating.
I see. And do you have any evidence that this chocolate was, in fact, poisoned?
Well, we could get tested. Again, that is something that may require a little more time to definitively prove.
So then, in actuality, you do not have evidence that Major Hal consumed some poisoned chocolate. Instead, you have a solitary piece of rubbish that you plucked straight out of the gutter. That's weak, even for you, JJ. Let's move things along. I have another witness I would like to summon. He's a man who claims to have had an excellent view of the people going in and out of the Louvre at the time of the incident. I call upon Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley.
Could the witness please approach the stand and recite the oath?
Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Alright, the oath. I swear to speak without hatred, and without fear, to tell the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I don't believe you.
Please state your full name and occupation for the court record. My name is Toussaint Kingsley, and I am a person who fishes. A person who fishes? So you are a fisherman? Oh, is that how it is? I thought the French justice system was better than this. I beg your pardon? Here comes Toussaint Kingsley, the kingfisher. Clearly he must be a fisherman, because, didn't you hear, all kingfishers are fishermen. Well, you are carrying a fishing rod. And, can a man not carry a fishing rod, reel, and bait without being branded a fisherman? Look, the prosecutor is carrying a riding crop. Clearly he must be a horse jockey. Oh, for pity's sake. Fine. We can list your occupation as person who fishes and not fisherman. Thank you.
Actually, why do you carry a riding crop, Severin? I've never seen you ride a horse.
I don't know, JJ. Why do you, a 30-something-year-old with no health problems, carry a cane?
This is veering quite far off the course. Could the prosecution please get back to his questions?
Of course, Your Honor. Monsieur Kingsley, is it true that you were nearby the Louvre at the time of the incident?
Yes, I was sitting upon a railing at the Point d'Arts.
Where the fuck's that? Oh, there. The Point d'Arts? That's the new bridge that just a stone's throw away from the Louvre's south entrance, correct?
Yes.
And what were you doing at the time of the incident? I was fishing. Kingfishers, am I right, boss?
Up top.
Up top. So you would have had plenty of opportunity to see the people who entered and exited the palace. Can you tell us who you saw? Well, the Louvre is a busy place. Naturally, I saw a lot of people. But at 9 a.m., I saw the king, Louis Philippe himself, enter the building. He was surrounded by his entourage, of course. Then, around 9:30 a.m., I saw this shifty-looking fox lurking around the entrance.
Your Honor, I object to the witness' use of the term shifty-looking. It's a vague and biased description.
No, really, he looked super shifty. I saw him rubbing his paws and cackling gleefully. Then I saw him take out a rose and carefully rub the stem.
Rub the stem of the rose, you say, as if you were applying something to the flower, perhaps?
Well, monsieur, I really shouldn't speculate.
Of course, it was wrong of me to ask such a leading question.
But yeah, it definitely looked like he was putting some sort of powder on the stem.
Whoa,
Even I wasn't expecting such a bold admission.
members of the court, it sounds like what we have here is a direct witnessing of the defendant readying the murder weapon. The defense claims that the rose was never poisoned, and yet here we have a man who saw the poison with his own eyes. I smell perjury.
True. You do?
No question. He saw a shifty-looking criminal readying poison and cackling near the scene of the crime? That's not believable at all.